I'm an attention whore, born that way, will die that way. Tis what it tis. Hi love, welcome back to my YouTube channel and happy Wednesday. Class is in session. Don't we love it? Okay, so we have a new posting schedule, Sundays and Wednesdays. Wednesdays we learn about manifestation and it's time to get out your pen and your paper. And then Sunday we'll do our Sunday reset, which I'm so happy that you guys loved that. There was a lot of comments for me. There's a lot of comments underneath that video and I was just so happy to see that people were enjoying it. So we are definitely going to be sticking to our schedule, okay? But for now, class is in session. Today we're going to be talking about manifesting your social media career. This is something that I have done for myself. My journey was a little bit longer because I made a ton of mistakes along the way. There was a lot of negative self-talk. There was a lot of doubt that was going on. But I'm going to be teaching you guys how to manifest your social media career based on my own personal experience. I am a full-time content creator. I have multiple platforms that I have gone viral on. I literally pay my bills doing this, and I want to share that with y'all. First and foremost, when it comes to creating and manifesting your social media career, you need to declare your vision. What do you want to do? Do you see yourself going viral for short-term content? Do you see yourself going viral long-term content? Do you want to be doing lives? Declare your vision. This might change over time once you start to really get into things and discover what you like and don't like, but you need to start somewhere. For me, it actually was the funniest situation for me. I was obsessed with watching all of the YouTubers when they switched from Vine to YouTube, and I was like, wow, like my first realization that you can make a career out of just creating with your friends. And so I remember sitting there watching, I think it was like, trigger warning, the Vlog Squad that I was watching. It was like 2017 maybe. I'm sitting in my living room at my condo and I'm just sitting there and I literally say out loud, the next time they have an app like Vine, I'm going viral on it. I was claiming that for myself. I was like, this is going to be me. I'm going to go viral on Vine, and then I'm going to move to LA, and I'm going to make vlogs, and I'm going to blah, 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 right? I was declaring that vision. So for you, take a moment, declare your vision, decide how you want to go on this journey. See yourself in a position of success for you, right? So like maybe yours is literally like, I want to do TikTok shop. I want to be like a QVC, like salesperson. That's a way to create content, go viral, and have a complete career online. There's just so many ways these days. It's not just like vlogs and viral videos. There are so many ways for you to have a career as a content creator online. Declare that vision, babe. I honestly think this is like the most important part of my entire story was when I declared that vision, because then when TikTok came around, it was like Vine too, and I had that instilled in me. I had declared that. So it was like, oh my God, it's around. Here's my opportunity. And I took it. And I went viral immediately on TikTok because this was like 2019 when people were going viral and getting like 100,000 followers in a day. So I declared the vision, saw the opportunity when it arose, and took it because it was already mine. I had already decided in 2017 that that was going to be me. I was going to be going viral on the next Vine, TikTok. Okay, so declaring your vision not only like puts it out there, but helps you keep an open eye for those opportunities. Like I had my path, it just wasn't created yet. I was declaring that path, which was TikTok, before it was ever even invented. And then I took that opportunity. Okay. Once you have your vision declared, you need to study the role and play the part. Like for me, I was watching YouTubers online and like literally studying them, almost studying the algorithm as well, seeing what was going well, looking at thumbnails and seeing what people were clicking on. I was actually studying it like it was a job. Like I literally treated it because I wanted it to be my job. So I was like already living in that energy of like, this is my job. And then I started playing the part. I literally started recording myself. I think I first started on my iPhone and made like a post Cinco de Mayo vlog on YouTube and just recorded myself, used all of the information that I had gathered from watching videos, their editing styles, the pacing of their videos, what worked in terms of content that people liked to watch, and I started creating it. So I studied it and then I did it. Like I studied the role and I played the part. I was making YouTube videos, and also I was so embarrassed that I was doing this. This was around the same time that I had declared the next time there's a Vine. So like TikTok was not around yet. I had no following. It was so lame to make videos. Nobody thought it was cool. Nobody really like, I don't know. It was around the time when like a YouTuber was such a derogatory term. Like literally it was like, oh, you're a YouTuber, oh, you're a content creator. So when I was making my content and uploading it, I was so secretive about it, which is also a big mistake. Just have the confidence. I mean, now it's a lot easier because so many people have found success in content creation to where it's a big desire of a lot of people. So like you're not gonna get that like, oh, gay YouTuber, you know? So for me, what was I just talking about? Oh yeah. So I was not telling any of my friends or anybody. I was not posting using my like personal Instagram. I was not telling them that I was making content. I was just putting it on YouTube and like hoping that somebody saw it. And I was getting like 17 views. Not that I'm getting a ton right now on this new page, but like at the time I was like, nobody's seeing this, but it's fine. Those moments, don't ever try and go viral on your first video. Don't you want to practice? Don't you want to make a lot of content? Don't you want to get your like creation down before there's a lot of people looking at it? Imagine your first drawing that somebody was like, we're going to put this in a gallery, so it better be good. What do you mean you're going to put it in a gallery? I just bought my first paint set, you know? Like you need to practice. You need to really get your craft down before the audience comes. So don't think that like those first couple videos, oh man, I'm flopping. Babe, you're practicing. You're practicing. Okay. So anyway, I didn't tell any of my friends. I was just uploading to YouTube and I was just having fun doing it. I was playing the part. I was literally like talking to my videos like, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Knowing that like, first of all, are people coming back? Probably not. Like, also, it's my first video. What are they coming back from? You know what I mean? So it was like, I was just playing that part. I was living as if until it was as if. Studying the role, playing the part, okay? A very important part to having a feel good, which everything we do in life should be directed towards feeling good. A feel good, successful content creation career, whatever the fuck. To have that, you need to pause and recharge. And what I mean by that is I'm going to give you a little story about me. Well, this whole thing is about me. So when I was making those YouTube videos, I had probably uploaded, I want to say like 25 videos. And at that time, well, at this time as well, at that time I had learned that a posting schedule is necessary and consistency and posting a lot and like the algorithms were wanting different things back then. And so I was posting every single Monday, didn't miss one, and it was becoming very draining. The views were not increasing. To be honest with you, my quality of content was not increasing. Things weren't getting better. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I was actually making strides. So people were watching one video and being like, oh, this is lame. I'm not watching that again, and not clicking again. So I wasn't being fulfilled, but I was forcing myself to post every Monday like it was a job. The focus really wasn't on how much fun I was having making the content. The focus wasn't fully on like how I felt while making the content. It wasn't on making content that I enjoyed. It was me recreating what I had seen on YouTube. And that sounds like wrong, bad, don't do that. But it was the best thing that I could have done for my journey. I was dabbling, learning, and all of these things, but I wasn't enjoying it. That piece wasn't there. I was learning. It was literally like again, it was like school. I was learning from watching people, then I started learning from creating, and the best thing that I ever did for myself during that time, this is probably like a year after I had like decided that I was going to be a content creator. I walked away from YouTube because I wasn't enjoying it. The energy that I was feeling while creating that content was so icky. It was making me so insecure. It did not feel good. It did not feel right. At that moment, I was really feeling like maybe this isn't for me. And so I walked away. I said, okay, like my dream of getting to LA in a year and blowing up on YouTube like Antonio Garza or whatever her last name is, that dream was slowly drifting away. And had I continued to sit in front of that camera and like make the content that didn't make me feel good, it would have gone nowhere. But I decided that I wanted to walk away from the YouTube thing, and I did. I stopped making content because it wasn't enjoyable. And I started actually watching a completely different type of content. At that point in my life, I was really into like nail content, like beauty, not like makeup beauty, but like there was this girl, her name was Femi Beauty. And she would do like POV of her doing her nails. And once I had found that I could create content surrounding doing nails, I was like, oh my God. It was almost like the perfect transition. The second that I gave up something that was not making me feel good, it was like a whole new world of content. I can still make my content and it's something that I love. To me, I was like, oh, this is it. And so I started moving towards that. I started following that impulse. And so I say that, I'll carry on with that. I say that so that you know if it is not feeling right, it's not right. That doesn't mean the dream is over. My journey continues, trust. We're still at the beginning of my own personal journey. The journey continues, but when it is not feeling good, if you're sitting down and you watched somebody find success in posting with a consistent posting schedule every single week and it worked for them, that is their path. Okay, you can implement things and learn from other people for your path, but the most important thing is that you are implementing them to your own path. You're not trying to jump onto somebody else's path. It's not going to feel right because it's not yours. Okay. So adding these things to our own journey, and for me, the YouTube vlogs were not me. I couldn't do it. So the nail thing, listen to this. I started making, on Instagram, little press-on nails, and I started painting them, and I started doing that. And without even trying, without even really comprehending that this was going to be my social media blow up, I started getting so many followers on Instagram. I think I gained like 20,000 followers on Instagram in 6 months. And this was like pre-COVID. So like that was pretty crazy on Instagram. That was when like 100,000 followers on Instagram meant that you were a big, big, big influencer. And so I was like, without even trying, without even like putting in all of this effort, I was just having fun. I had just chose fun over force. When I was forcing it, the momentum, the movement we weren't going anywhere. When I started just collecting all of the information that I had gained from those experiences, keep bringing them along with me and going into the nail influencing space, and it was fun and it felt good, the universe provided. It was like I was blessed with all of the attention that I had kind of been looking for. And I'm being honest, like a piece of content creation that I'm drawn to is the attention. Okay? I'm an attention whore, born that way, will die that way. 'Tis what it is. So when I was getting the attention for the nails and the art and the yada, 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 that was so much fun for me. I was loving it. I was loving it. It wasn't video form. It was a lot of taking pictures, XYZ, things of that nature. And that became really successful during COVID because obviously like I'm a retired stripper. Okay. And during COVID, when all of the clubs were closed down, I was already able to quit dancing to do my little online nail thing. I was selling press-on nails, making content, getting a ton of engagement. Like my pictures were going viral. Like it was like a whole thing. RIP, that page is gone now. I've moved on to other things because there was a point when it was not feeding me anymore. It was not fulfilling me anymore. And so I carried on my journey and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and better. Okay. Around that same time, they had switched, Musical.ly over to TikTok, and people were going viral on that page. And what did I remember? Oh my gosh, the next time they have a Vine or a page like it, I'm going to go viral. So I took the opportunity. went viral overnight, y'all. Had my first cancellation. There was a girl who was like a men's rights activist that wanted to cancel me because I would make whatever. Had my experience with virality, had this experience with gaining followers, had an experience with an entirely new platform with an entirely new algorithm. And it was like I was back in class. I was like, class was back in session. It was time to learn again, right? It was like, oh, algorithms change. I have to stay up to date on what's going on these platforms if this is going to be my job. I wasn't making money doing the content creation yet. I was making money doing the press on nails. And I wasn't really like having a fan base or a following like that. It was viral videos. I think I was doing like DIY in my kitchen. And so people were following for that, but not for me. Like nobody gave a shit about me. It was just about the content. I just said a lot, but I say all that basically to drill it in that walking away from something that isn't working anymore doesn't mean you're walking away from your dream entirely. The moments when I stopped putting or forcing so much into these situations that just weren't working out for me, that didn't feel good in my core, when I walked away from them, I was blessed with what I actually wanted, right? What actually felt good. So the universe is never going to make your journey or your path be one that feels like shit, okay? If you follow what feels good at all times, meaning walking away from something if it does not feel right and allowing the universe to bring you something that feels better, that's what's going to get you to where you want. Not forcing it, not really, really working hard, none of that. My journey has become so successful because of my ability to like pause, be like, where are we doing this? Where is this going? And plug into something else. I don't know why I called this pause and recharge. I don't think that was a good title for this. But you know what I mean? Like pause and plug in. Pause what you're doing. If it's not feeling good, plug into what does feel good. Okay? Try something else. You're at the beginning of your journey. You can mess up. You can make mistakes. You don't have a following yet. You don't have a niche yet. Okay? This is your discovery phase. And if it's not feeling good, I'm saying this only one more time and then we're moving on to the next one. If it doesn't feel good, it's not right. The universe isn't giving that to you. Like, that's not your thing. That's not your path. And finally, the most important part of creating a following online is simply showing up. Showing up as your most authentic self. People, it's crazy how powerful people are. We can see when you are uncomfortable. You don't have to do anything. Like, it's an energy. We can feel, I guess see isn't the right word. We can feel when you're uncomfortable. We can feel when you're out of place. And we can feel when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. We can feel when you're enjoying it. Have you ever known a social media follower, have you ever known a social media influencer that initially, when they were just having fun online, it was so good. You loved watching their content. It was, oh my God, you were so attracted to it. It was like, I want to search them up every single day and watch them. I just love watching them. That was because they are in a state, they're in their like flow state. They're being authentic. They're expressing themselves in a way that is authentic to them. And they're just doing it because it's fun. They're just showing up having fun. But once it becomes their job and now they have to rely on those numbers and they have to, get the brand deals, and their focus now is on making viral content and really doing you start to be a little bit like turned off by them now. It's like, you've changed. I miss when you were just the girl in the bedroom and It's not that they've changed and you hate to see them successful. It's that, which it actually could be if you're a hater. But if you love if you loved them and you have good intentions for them, it's simply because they're not being their authentic self. They're feeding numbers, not their soul. Like, if you want to have longevity in this, truly, truly, truly doing what you enjoy is going to take you so much further. I've been doing this. I first started making 2017. And now it's 2024. That's a long time to be making content. And I've consistently gone viral in almost built a audience in almost every single thing that I've taken on. The nails, I did the couples content. I did manifestation content in 2021. I had a very successful podcast. That was the first content that I ever had that was sponsored, where I was making a check from, and that I truly believe the money came to that opportunity or that situation when I was talking about the manifestation, because it's what I love to do. In like the number one thing that I love to do in this world is help people get on their path. I like to preach, bitch. I like to talk my shit. I love to preach about manifestation, about creating your dream life, because why would you be here living like a mediocre life when you literally have the opportunity to manifest the life that you dream? And that is my dream. Like, that is my biggest fulfillment, is introducing people to that and helping people, holding people's hand and walking them to their dream life. So when I was making that podcast talking about manifestation, the money came in because I was truly in my dharma. It's a word that basically means like you're in your truth. You're doing what you're meant to be doing, I believe. Don't quote me. Don't ever quote me, actually. Okay, so it's so important to find what you truly love. And like I said, I'll go back, study what other people did, try it on, use it as a tool to educate yourself. But at a certain point, you have to really, really, really stay true to who you are. Once you've learned all of the basics of creation, once you've learned, like I had to watch somebody make a vlog, and then I had to try and kind of like recreate that style, that editing style, to learn how to edit. Right? Like I wasn't going to create my own editing style without knowing how to edit first. I had to like copy someone basically to learn. And then I went on to doing my own stuff, and the authenticity of me showing up and shining as my true authentic self is what attracted people to me. Also, if you're making content that isn't authentic to you, you're going to be attracting an audience that isn't authentic to you. And then you have to show up and play a part every single day. Like you're showing up and playing somebody else. Just show up as yourself so you can actually attract people who like you for you or don't like you for you. I would rather be disliked for who I actually am than be disliked for somebody I'm not. Like, truly. And I'd rather be liked for somebody that I am by the people who actually like me than be some people-pleasing person that people who... Girl, I don't care what you think, and why do I care if you like me or not? You don't even like yourself. So show up as your true authentic self and watch how big of a magnet that you truly, truly, truly become. And with all of that being said, I hope that the messages that are meant for you have found you. I hope that you take this information and truly show up and shine in your own beautiful way. That was so corny, but I believe in you. I truly do believe in you, and it's going to feel embarrassing. It's going to be a bruise on the ego, especially the moments when you like go viral and then the content, like the views start to go down. Trust me, this is always going to be an ebb and flow. You cannot define yourself by the peaks. You cannot define yourself by the valleys. Just do what is fun. Just do what you enjoy always. And then if you're making content that you actually enjoy making, if people aren't showing up every single time with millions and millions and millions of views, it's not like you spent your time doing something you hated. Like you still got fulfillment out of it, even without the audience being there. Okay. So I really do hope that the information has found you through this video. And I will see you guys on Sunday with our Sunday reset.